Okay, so this is the color that we are trying to remove. You can see that my roots have grown in pretty horrendously. There is mostly navy and teal, though underneath there's quite a bit of purple in there, and somewhere there it is, there's probably some pink as well. I have already washed my hair a gazillion times to try and get this out using hot water and a variety of shampoos. So now we are going to be using Punky Colour Off, which is supposedly non-damaging. So hopefully. This is the Punky Colour Off, which is supposed to easily remove all hair color, including direct dyes such as Splat, which I have quite a bit of that on my head presently. What comes in the box are these two sponges, which I have never used sponges to apply anything to my hair, so I'm probably not going to start now. This comb, brush, pick, the bottle of 20 volume developer, the activator with a mixing spoon that is ridiculously tiny. I couldn't find it for a long time because it's so small. And then an Intrabond hair mask that should be helpful with repairing any damage to my hair, as well as these plastic gloves that we're not going to use. Additionally, I have my own hairbrush that I'm going to be using, along with these reusable gloves from Sally's, 2 ion repair treatments in case the hair mask isn't good enough, as well as a plastic mixing bowl. So that is what we're going to be using. Punky Colour Off. The directions are pretty straightforward. For this, I should be using 1 part activator with 1 part developer, 1-to-1 ratio, because I have semi-permanent dye on my hair. I think I'm going to go ahead and use 1 to 2 parts for permanent, because this semi-permanent Splat hair dye I did in August, and this is now December, so it is not coming out. For the time for leaving the application on, it says 10 to 40 minutes for semi-dimity permanent hair dye. It kind of depends on how much lift you want with that developer. But I think I'm going to just leave it on for the full 60 minutes and then do the hair mask and repair treatments. So for mixing this, I noticed that the activator is only 1.7 ounce, while the developer is a full 4 ounce bottle. Not really sure why they did that, since it's a 1-to-2 ratio. So I'm just going to use all of everything here. So we're just going to mix these two in this plastic bowl. Okay, so I've gotten the activator out of the tiny container into the mixing bowl. The little mixing spoon that they gave us is useless. This pick was somewhat helpful in getting the gloop out of the container, but I ended up ultimately using a takeout spoon. It's plastic. Make sure that if you use a spoon, never use stainless steel or really any kind of metal when doing hair dyeing or bleaching of any kind. So you have to use plastic. And this stuff is really thick and really gritty and really sticky. So I feel like I have quite a bit of activator left on my utensils here. So we're going to see how that goes, and we are now going to pour in the 20 volume developer, and I'm just going to use all of it. And then mix this concoction together. I mixed about 3/4 of it. I'm going to stir that up and then pour in the rest. So I've mixed in most of the developer. You want to mix it until it's no longer gritty and it's a little hard to see, but these lines, kind of clear liquid lines throughout there, you want to make sure that those are fully mixed in. That is the developer that has not interacted with the activator yet. So this should end up being kind of like a thick cream and fully mixed, no longer gritty, no longer pure liquid. If you have a completely plastic, tiny whisking spoon, that is the best option for mixing these kinds of things. I can't find mine, so I'm continuing to use this plastic spoon. And I will keep on mixing this for a few more minutes until it starts to thicken. Okay, so this is all mixed together. I'm gonna let this sit and kind of process a little bit, mix up, do its thing. It may fluff up a bit, I'm not really sure. I've never used this product before, so I'm gonna give it maybe 5 minutes and see what happens before applying it to my hair. In the meantime, I'm going to section out my hair so that I can apply this evenly. Okay, it is pretty well applied. I did use all of it. I think I probably should have used 2 boxes for the length of my hair because everything is covered, but it is not as thick as I would like it to be. So I'm not really sure how much it's gonna lighten this. That pink does seem to be lightening up quite a bit though. I didn't realize there was pink on that side. I thought it was on that side. So we'll see how this goes. Right now, I'm going to wrap it up in a plastic shower cap and use a hairdryer to apply heat for at least half the processing time, and I am leaving this on for the full 60 minutes. And then we're gonna wash it out with shampoo and do the hair mask. So we'll see how this goes. Alrighty, it has been an hour and it is definitely lighter. It did lighten my roots where I applied it. Obviously I didn't apply it evenly. Some of the pink is really pink now, so most of the navy seems to be gone. The pink is popping though. That just isn't coming out. So at this point, I am going to wash it and apply a hair mask to hopefully not dry it out entirely. Now that I have applied the hair mask, deep conditioner, I'm going to put a new shower cap on and leave it for 10 or 15 minutes. The time is not listed in the actual instructions in the box, but on the website it does say 5 to 10 minutes. So I'm going to let this sit for a little while and then wash it out and brush it and see what colors we have. This is the final result after washing it and doing the conditioning mask. Obviously you can see some parts are very blonde in there. Some are less blonde. Some are still navy blue a little bit. And then the pink is pink. It does fade to like a lavender, and then the ends are almost white, though I do need to trim probably, that's like silver. I need to trim about that much off probably at this point. Over here, we've got more blonde and a bit of the navy. A pretty blonde section back there. And then again, that pink is just vibrant and in there to stay forever apparently, which is okay. It does fade to a pretty purple color and then sort of to a silvery white in places. So letting this air dry overnight, probably take a day to air dry. Don't want to put any more heat on it after all of that. And then we'll see what happens tomorrow.